Living at 120% energy every day. A story of discipline, perseverance, and life transformation. I want to tell you a story, not a story about a genius, a lucky person, or someone who was born with everything, but a story about myself, a person who was once lazy, undisciplined, and always found excuses to procrastinate. A person who once thought that success was only for those born with natural talent or favorable circumstances. But then I realized a truth. Success is not luck. It doesn't come to those who sit around dreaming. Success is the result of perseverance, discipline, and relentless action. I am not special. I am not smarter than you, not stronger than you, and I didn't have better conditions than you. But I completely changed my life by applying the principle of living at 120% energy every day. And today I want to share that journey with you. Before discovering the power of discipline and perseverance, I was a procrastinator. I woke up every day without a plan, without clear goals. I spent hours scrolling through social media, watching movies, playing games, anything to avoid facing the reality that I was wasting my life. I used to tell myself, I'll start going to the gym next week. I'll learn a new skill next month. I'll do it when I have more time. But that next week never came. That next month didn't change anything. Time kept passing, and I remained stuck in my comfort zone of laziness. Then one day I looked in the mirror and asked myself, if I keep living like this for the next 5 years, where will I be? The answer scared me. I realized that if I didn't change right now, I would live a life filled with regret. I started studying successful people. I read books, listened to podcasts, watched motivational videos, and I discovered one thing they all had in common. They had unshakable discipline. Discipline is not something we are born with. It is something we train ourselves to develop every single day. I started changing my habits, little by little. Waking up at 5 a.m. even when I didn't want to. Exercising daily, even when my body screamed for rest. Learning new skills, even when I felt lazy and wanted to procrastinate. At first, everything was difficult. My body resisted. My brain tried to find excuses to quit, but I told myself, I will not negotiate with laziness. Then something amazing happened. After a month of maintaining discipline, I no longer had to force myself. I woke up without an alarm clock. I went to the gym not because I had to, but because I wanted to. I felt more energized and motivated than ever before. Discipline was no longer something I had to do. It became who I was. Every journey has difficult days. There were days when I felt exhausted, moments when I questioned if I was on the right path. But I knew that there was only one option: to keep going forward. I remember the first time I challenged myself to run 10 kilometers. At the 5 kilometer mark, my body was in pain. I was gasping for air, drenched in sweat, and a voice in my head whispered, "Stop, you're too tired. You've done enough for today." But then I remembered why I started. I remembered all those years of laziness, all those times I had quit before, and I decided to do something different. I kept running step by step. Each footstep was a declaration. I am not the person I used to be. And then I finished my first 10-kilometer run. At that moment, I understood something. You don't need to feel ready to do something. You just need to do it. Living at 120% energy does not mean working nonstop until you burn out. It means living with purpose, with a plan, and always giving your best. I learned that energy comes from passion. If you love what you do, you don't need motivation. Energy comes from good habits. Eating well, exercising, and sleeping on time gave me the endurance to chase my goals. Energy comes from discipline. When you make discipline your lifestyle, you no longer struggle with laziness. Every day I ask myself, have I given my best today? If the answer is no, I don't go to bed until I improve. I used to find excuses for everything. I don't have enough time. I'm not talented enough. I'm not lucky enough. But I realize that no one succeeds by sitting and waiting. If you want to change your life, stop looking for excuses. Start looking for solutions. You can continue living an average life, or you can choose to live at 120% energy every day. You can continue procrastinating, or you can start right now. I'm not saying it will be easy, but I can promise you this. If you persevere, if you stay disciplined, if you never give up, you will succeed. This life is yours. Success is yours, but only if you are willing to stand up and chase it with everything you have. Start today and never look back.